Hi, my name is Emilynn Taylor, and today I will be speaking about POTS, or Postural Orthostatic Tachycardia Syndrome, also known as dysautonomia, which is the umbrella term for a lot of different chronic illnesses that fall under dysautonomia. Now, I will be kind of referencing dysautonomia, POTS, just kind of in those terms interchangeably. It is the same thing technically. POTS is just a little more specified, as there are more specified symptoms, diagnoses, etc. And dysautonomia is typically given to someone if they're not sure exactly what it is, but you're showing this list of symptoms with this list of symptoms and this list of symptoms, and it could be any of these, but we don't know how to narrow it down exactly. So starting about 2000 to 2001, they were doing a study. It was a 9-month study. I believe it was from September to June. And in that study, they actually found that 4.21% of people per month, it was averaged, were being diagnosed with POTS. From 2020 to 2024, and I believe it was January to June at that point, they were able to find that 23 new cases per month of POTS had been found. Dysautonomia and POTS being found, that increased of a risk, and how often it was found, how much it was, how prevalent it was becoming, was actually very scary to a lot of people, especially in younger women. It was being found, so they were wondering if it was maybe a hormone, or if it was something that was going on with women, or what it was, because it's primarily in women. Dysautonomia is not as targeted, but POTS is. So they were like, well, maybe it's, just because of what happened in 2020, maybe it's just because of hormone, maybe it's this, maybe it's that. Ultimately, it's just if there's a virus, a vaccination, anything like that, if your body gets stressed enough, it will cause a reaction. This is a reaction it will cause, and some people get it, some people don't. It just varies. My father was diagnosed in 2008 with dysautonomia, which was caused by a vaccination. The doctor told him, you had this vaccination, your body took to it. He had to get the booster, and the booster is what triggered the dysautonomia. Now, it was underlying for years, obviously. It's not going to just create the problem, it will just enhance the problem. I've been showing symptoms for years upon years since I was born, essentially. I have hyperacusis, meaning I have really sensitive ears, and I also have quite a few issues dealing with like heat intolerance, cold intolerance, blood pooling in my hands. I'm actually kind of doing it now. It's this like splotchy look. That's what happens with it. My feet will do it as well. We have a walking pad we just got. I'll get on that, and my hands will blood pool really badly when I'm walking on that, especially if I'm walking at a high speed. It will cause that to happen, but I'm gonna keep doing it because I like it. But a lot of people will have POTS, dysautonomia, etc., just due to viruses, colds. It can even be caused from like the common cold. Other chronic illnesses can be flared from other viruses like the flu, stomach bug, anything. It doesn't matter the virus, bacteria, it's just your body gets stressed enough, it's going to enhance an issue. There are other, of course, cases, but I'm not really getting into those, as POTS and dysautonomia are just the two that truly have affected my family the most. I am going to kind of discuss what POTS is a little deeper now. POTS itself is autonomic dysfunction. Dysautonomia is also dysautonomia, so it's autonomic dysfunction, meaning that, so dys being not, and then the autonomia being auto or automatic or autonomic, meaning that it works and functions on its own or by itself. So it working by itself just means that it's able to work properly on its own and not have to worry about not having to worry about thinking about it. So your heart beating, we're not saying beat, 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 beat 60 times a minute. We're not saying beat 70 times a minute, 80, 90, 100, and babies not having to do it 140 times a minute, right? So we're not seeing that for us as well. We're not telling our stomach, digest the food I just ate, digest it, come on, digest it. We're not telling our bodies to do these things. So that is the autonomic side of it. Your body with dysautonomia, POTS, whatever, is now not able to do that on its own. so it doesn't work properly or does not function automatically. Some people with POTS have gastroparesis, meaning their stomach paralyzes and they're not able to digest food anymore, or they can, but it's very slow, which can make them projectile it. I'm not going emit it from the mouth. So they will be throwing up, they'll have diarrhea sometimes because there might be like a blockage due to your intestines not working anymore. It's a very, very harsh condition. A lot of people have MCAS with it, which is mast cell activation, so strong smells can cause you to break out in hives. There are a ton of other things, but again, it's very deep. EDS, which is Ehlers-Danlos, again, a whole other can of worms that we're not going to open right now, but it's just anything that works on its own no longer works on its own as well as it should or as it did before. People with POTS also have IBS because there again, it doesn't work on its own. So that's POTS in a nutshell. It's just anything that doesn't work properly. Anything doesn't work properly now that did before. A lot of times people with POTS will have tachycardia, bradycardia, so high heart rate, low heart rate, blood pressure swings, heat intolerance, cold intolerance, blood pooling. It's a whole thing. Honestly, the whole can of worms that in 7 minutes cannot be described, to be honest with you. If I were to do a true sit down with someone, I would probably spend a good hour and a half being able to describe what all has happened. So, but I hope that you all enjoyed this presentation of POTS and what it is, and I will chat with you all later. Thank you so much.